Would you look at that? We've got my GX460 and we have a TRD PRO 4runner in white. It does not look like it's a 2022 plus because I don't see the front facing camera. So this might be a 2021 or maybe a 2020. It does have the front radar. So it, yeah, I don't know. I think they only introduced the 360 camera on the 4runners in 2022. But I think it's kind of a cool coincidence that I found one right there, and it would be a cool way to kind of compare the two visually. This is not my TRD PRO 4runner. It's just one that I happened to come across. And if you can see, mine parked right next to it. Let me see. Let me back up so you can see the two. Dimensionally, mine's definitely lifted a little bit more. I do have Fox suspension on there, just like this one, just like the 4runner. But mine is a much more advanced Fox suspension setup. And I wish the 4runner had the V8 of the Lexus. That would be amazing. That thing would be a monster. The 4runner, I think it still looks really cool. But I think after all the work and all the tires and all the lift and all the everything that we've put into this car, it looks a lot more menacing than a stock TRD PRO 4runner. Let's get up close, and also I want to highlight the rock sliders that I put in just recently, and we also reattached the puddle lights here, so they are from the side steps that come with this. They're now integrated into this into the rock sliders. So these are RSG angled rock sliders. They are powder coated and they are really heavy duty. I had RSG rock sliders in my 4runner. I wish I parted out some stuff and got them on the 4runner, but I impulsively sold it, so I didn't think about doing that. So you can see it has a little bit of a kick out here. It's got the RSG logo here. Pretty cool. And to step on it, it's a bit angled, so it gives you a little bit more ground clearance, and it lets you, if you do, bottom out on a rock. For me, I feel like this is a lot better than the flat one in terms of real world application, but the flat kick out one is a lot nicer to step on and using it as a jack point. But I did not want to integrate the side steps that came with the GX460 because I don't know, I'm just happy with how this looks as it is right now. I like the raw look of it. I think the only part here that is different is the oh, cool. You can see a little Toyota logo there. But this here has the, I think this is where the original steps come into place. I don't mind this sticking out. I don't think it looks too bad. I like this raw look of it. You can see from the front, the rock sliders, you can notice them. But I think when you don't have them, you notice that they aren't there when you don't have them. But having them on here, I think it completes the look of the build so far, especially with the bumper, the tires, the suspension, the lift, the rock sliders. I think it all comes together now really nicely. From this angle, you can kind of see the kick out a little bit more pronounced. I think you can definitely use this as a jack point. You'll just have to use more of the supports that it comes with. If you did want to use this as a jack point, like the attachments to the actual frame. But I think it looks really cool, and let's see, I'll show you stepping on it. This part here, definitely easier to step on than, let's say, the other parts of it. I think the front end of the TRD PRO 4runner also looks pretty aggressive stock. You can definitely get like your bumpers and your bull bars and things. People have done all sorts of modifications to these, but stock, I think it looked pretty good, and I really didn't do too many changes when I got mine. It kind of just looked how it looked, although mine was lifted. But I think just, I don't know, this just looks so much more menacing. This kind of gives like that, just a vibe like, oh, I'm better than you. No, I love the 4runner, but this, man, this, just seeing them side by side coincidentally like this, I think it really highlights the difference here. Just seeing it from this angle, yeah, I mean, you can tell that the GX is definitely lifted and definitely more built, and it looks a lot more durable. You've got the same wheels, so you've got the TRD PRO wheels with the black lug nuts, and you've got and I put the same ones on this car as well, so they do look pretty much identical, which I think is great. As you can see, this TRD PRO 4runner came with the factory Predator tube steps. They, in my opinion, inhibit the ground clearance, and they're more for just actually what they're supposed to, what the name is, the steps. Versus these are rock sliders, but they also function as steps as well, and they're definitely better in terms of ground clearance, in terms of actually using these as rock sliders, and I think they definitely look a little bit more durable, especially with all the built-in, you know, it's definitely just a little bit more substantial than what these are on the 4runner, which I think is cool. So you can see how my friend integrated the Puddle lights that came with the GX460 stock side steps, and how he integrated them into the RSG rock sliders. And you can see he kind of gives a really nice LED, and he took the normal halogens that came with them and put LEDs. You can see it looks really nice underneath. Really floods the the light really well. I've got the front lights on here, so let me turn those off so you can see a little bit better. But actually, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Let's take a look. So as you can see, it lights it up pretty good. It kind of gives like a funny little angled shape. Let's see. See, when you walk up to the car, hopefully they should turn on, or they should. Yeah, okay. Gotta leave it open just a little bit. So it looks really cool. That it's got the Puddle light integration on it. 2 LED bulbs, they're really dang bright. And the way my friend integrated them into here, it looks almost like it's meant to be part of this. I think it has a Camaro. But yeah, they look cool, and they look really nice. I'm really happy how this turned out. I'm really happy I saved the side steps and the lights and the integration. So, man, I don't know, I think it's just kind of like, not really a showstopper, but it's just a very unique feature. I think that's really cool. Plus it gives some nice lighting and visibility when you're out in the middle of nowhere.